All right, guys. Well, thank you very much for tuning in. Today's video, I'm going to show you exactly how I took advantage of the CPI data and made an awesome SPY put option trade. But it wasn't something that's like right out of the gates. It took time to develop, and I'm going to show you what chart I used, what time frame I used, what indicators I used, and what setup that I look for in order to take profits on a monster SPY put option trade. All right, so in this video, that's exactly what I'm going to show you. The price of admission is just a simple thumbs up. If you can hit that like button, thank you very much. Let's get into it. All right, guys, so let's go ahead and jump right on into this here. And today yesterday we nailed a really nice trade on SPY put options. It was possibly the best entry I've had on a trade in at least the last couple months. We've had some good trades, but when we talk about the move and taking advantage of the move, this was just, it was a work of art. You know how there's sometimes you have your green trades, they come and go. You have your red trades, they come and go. But then every once in a while you have a trade that you can consider a work of art. Well, that's exactly how I feel about this SPY trade from yesterday. Now, let's jump into the charts here real quick. All right, let's get rid of this line well, you know what? We don't have to get rid of this line. We'll leave it right there where it's at. Let's go back in time and let's switch this to a 15-minute chart because that's how I based my trade yesterday, off of the 15-minute chart. So yesterday we have that gargantuan gap down on the SPY because we had inflation come in, running hot, running rampant again. Jerome Powell was like, oh my God, what am I gonna do now? All right. And we had that huge gap down on the SPY. And out the gate, what happened? The SPY just sold off. It sold off completely. And it really gave not much of bounces. And for the most part, it caught most traders, I'm talking about most traders in the retail space, in the institutional space, traders in general, off guard, because most people thought, including myself, we were going to get a light inflation reading. We got the complete opposite, caught most people off guard. You had panic sell right out the gate. And then finally, things kind of stabilized a little bit here in that 400 zone. Now, if you look at the watch list from yesterday, if you were with me yesterday when I was talking live, I mentioned watching the 400, 398 zone for potential support because we would see, it's a technical level. We would see bounces off that level, and sure enough, we started to get our bounces. Now, right around here, okay, this was what, 1:45, 2 o'clock zone. We get a bounce on the SPY right into this VWAP zone, right? Let's go ahead and throw out our fib levels into the low of day at the time. There was no fib levels coming into play there, but that was your VWAP zone. And not only was it your VWAP zone, what other zone was it? It was the initial low here from early on in the morning. You had VWAP lining up with that initial low from the morning right there. Now remember, these are 15-minute candles, so there was plenty of price action in that 399 zone. So you have VWAP, you have that initial low, and then you have what? The 400, 399 zone, which is a support zone on the daily chart. We're bouncing into it. What is it that we know and learned over time? Old support, when broken to the downside, can easily become new resistance. You look for it to become new resistance. It doesn't mean it automatically will become new resistance, but you look for that to see if it happens. And here we have 30 minutes of price action. These are 15-minute candles. You have 30 minutes of price action in front of that zone, unable to do what? Break up and over it. We're unable to break up and over that zone. So right in here, I went ahead and grabbed put options for a swing trade, thinking that we would get a gap down to 395 the next day, right? That's what I thought to myself. And we, about 45 minutes later, get down here to the day's low. I get on the mic and I say, guys, I'm gonna take a piece of profit off. So what is it? Where I'm long the swing trade SPY put options, 398 strike, September 23rd expiration from 667. $6.67 is my entry. My stop zone is 401.50s, which is a daily level. Okay, right around 2:26 p.m. My entry was at 1:37 p.m. So about 2:26 p.m. Okay, almost an hour later, 45 minutes later, I go ahead and take a piece of profit off. Just a little bit, $7.60. From 667, I take some off at 760. A little profit there, not bad. Let's, secure ourselves some, because you never know when you might double bottom and then reverse course. Now, what I do is I go ahead and tell DTC, guys, I'm going to go ahead and put an order out on the ask at $9 because I'm in and out. You guys know, some of you know, I'm dealing with some problems we had back home with a little bit of a water mishap and a little bit of flooding. So I went ahead and put out an order on the ask at $9, okay? And I step away from the platform. I tell everybody my stop zone, here's where it's at. This is where my take profit zone is. So what I do is I put out an order on the ask. I put out an alert on the chart to alert me. It'll text me to my phone, right? And let me know, hey, the SPY got back to 401.50. So I put an order on the ask in case we flush. I put an alert on the chart to notify me so I can get back in there and stop out manually, all right? And that's how I planned out the afternoon. We started to sell off, and look at the sell-off we got. It was insane. So around 3:10, 3:13, 3:15 p.m., I get an email with my order being filled at $9. And that was right around this candle. So we drifted, right? Here's my entry, my first take profit, my second take profit. And then when I get that sell, I'm like, oh, bet, this is perfect. This is exactly what I want to see. Now we should easily, there's no way we're going to lose money on this trade anymore. Now we should easily go lower tomorrow, right? And I can get my fill on my next order. But I say to myself, let me put out an order on the ask again, just in case. So I put out to get flat at $11, right? At $11. And right around 3:45 p.m., I get an email with my order being filled at $11. And that should be right here, 3:45. So somewhere in there, I went ahead and got my last fill completely flat on a completely stress-free trade with an awesome entry. All right, with an awesome entry. And that was it. That was my trade. Entry, take profit, take profit, take profit. And all I had to do was absolutely nothing but put a plan in place and let it work itself out. That was a beautiful trade, and that was one hell of a good take profit zone. Well, guys, that's it for me today. I hope you learned something. I hope you took something away from the video. If you have any questions about the setup, if any questions at all about how I traded that, drop it in the comment section below. I'd be happy to go over it with you. Remember to help me out and smash the like button for me. Subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell if you haven't. And catch you on another one.